It's time for Real Estate 101 with the Carrie Brown team from Realty Executives Preferred Advisors.
Good Sunday morning to you. This is Carrie Brown, broker-owner of Realty Executives Preferred Advisors, and you're listening to Real Estate 101. Today, we're doing a little different. We have a local association president of a local swim club, and it's Briarwood Swim Club, and her name is Jamie Callahan. Hi, Jamie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So we're going to be talking about all the things that their swim club has available to the people that live in the neighborhood and some associate members, and just kind of focusing on neighborhoods so that you guys can learn a little bit more about the neighborhood also. So tell us about the swim club.
Well, Briarwood Swim Club, we are actually approaching next year. It will be our 50th anniversary. It was founded by the neighborhood patrons in 1968. And basically what it involved was the neighborhood patrons decided that they wanted a swimming pool where their youth could go, enjoy summer activities, and they could really foster that civic engagement in the neighborhood. So they went door to door and began selling stocks to have the pool built. And so as we are approaching our 50th anniversary, we are excited to still say that it is a pool ran by the neighborhood.
That's awesome. So what activities do you guys have?
Oh, where do I start? The biggest thing that we offer for our neighborhood kids or even kiddos that are outside of our neighborhood is swimming lessons. We offer 2-week sessions that involve 30-minute classes Monday through Thursday. Swimming lessons are taught by experienced and qualified teachers. 4 levels are offered. For our Briarwood Swim Club members, sessions are $55, and then also for non-members, $65. We love to keep our swimming lessons very engaged with the kiddos that join, and so our class ratio tends to be 1 teacher per 5 students. And then we also offer private lessons by appointment only for $25 per half hour. In addition, we also have the Briarwood Swim Team, and that season runs from late May to mid-July. Ages 5 through 18 are welcome, and kids practice in the morning. Meets tend to be held on Wednesday evenings, and the best thing about our swim team is no experience necessary. Our swim coaches focus on, teaching the kids techniques and having fun. If anybody's interested in joining our swim team, it's $100 for members and then $125 for non-members. If there is any information that you want to see about our swim team, you just have to sign up by going to www.briarwoodtopeka.com. Or you can contact Brooke Pike, our swim team coach, at bscswimcoach@gmail.com.
And what are your hours?
Our pool hours are every day from 12 to 8 p.m., and then on Saturdays and Sundays, we actually open early for adult swim. And that's an opportunity for the adults in the neighborhood to come down to the pool on Saturday at 10 a.m. and then Sunday at 11. And they can relax, they can swim laps, and basically enjoy the pool without kiddos running around. And that's something that a lot of our patrons in the neighborhood take an opportunity to enjoy. Our pool is set to open on May 27th at 12. And then as we kick off the summer season, we have various special events that a lot of our neighborhood kids enjoy. The favorite is Family Fun Nights. I happen to have 4 kids that still attend the pool, and this is something that they insist I have on our calendar. It will be Friday, June 16th, Friday, July 14th, and then Friday, August 4th. And what we do is kids start arriving at 6 o'clock, and we have food available from 6 to 8. And then from 8 to 10 o'clock, our lifeguards plan games and activities for them to engage in at the pool. Other events that we have throughout the summer that our kids usually enjoy in the neighborhood is we do have a 4th of July celebration that involves hourly games and prizes. We offer Zumba blast classes for adults to come weekly, and that typically has been $5 a session. So in addition to the swim lessons, our swim team, we try to find lots of events to do throughout the summer to keep kids in our neighborhood engaged.
And when are your Zumba hours?
Our Zumba blast classes are offered on Thursday nights from 8 to 9:30. Was it 8 to 9?
So when are the Zumba hours?
Our Zumba classes are offered on Thursdays throughout the summer from 8 to 8:45.
And let's talk a little bit about, do you guys do things for the 4th of July?
We do. One of the things that we, definitely put out information ahead of time on, but we like to have the kids all head up to the pool from about 12 to 5. And during that time, our lifeguards have various activities that are going on, whether it's watermelon dunks in the pool. They have chalk art competitions on the deck of the pool, and then play various race games or dive games. And this is a time to, not only are we wanting to keep the kids active in the neighborhood but at the pool, but also if we know they're at the pool and engaging in the activities, it's a way that we know they're safe as well. And then the pool closes early on the 4th of July at 5 o'clock because throughout our neighborhood we typically have lots of 4th of July festivities at various houses through the neighborhood.
Also here is April Comstock, and she is also our marketing director at Realty Executives, but she's part of the association board of the Briarwood Club too.
Right.
So tell us about all the parties you throw.
All right. Well, we do tons of parties at Briarwood. Members can rent the pool for $50 an hour, and that's after-hours parties, so you can rent the pool from like 8 to 10 or 8 to 11 at night. And it's really fun because you get the pool to yourself, and a lot of the times it's dark and the lights are on. And those after-hours parties, you can bring whatever food and music, games, decorations, all of that good stuff that you like. And we get a lot of, like, team parties, end of the school year parties, tons of birthday parties, family reunions. Last year, I think we had a sorority party. So, just basically anything you can think of to celebrate, you can do it at the pool. And we also do parties during pool hours. They're $30 an hour, and you can have up to 15 guests. But I love pool parties. I think they're the easiest parties for parents because you don't have to clean the house. You don't have to think of things to entertain the kids because the kids just like to swim. And another really good thing is that the lifeguards at the pool are there, and they help supervise. They help keep the kids safe. And it's kind of nice for parents because you can just kind of relax and watch the kids have fun. So we've done tons of parties there, but we are booking for the summer. I think we've got two on the calendar already. And you can email me at bsctopeka@gmail.com, or you can call me at 845-4185 to book your pool party.
Who do you guys use for the lifeguards?
We try to use teenagers in the neighborhood, and then we also get referrals for other people that are interested in lifeguarding. And Jamie, you can kind of talk to the requirements for being a lifeguard.
Our lifeguards have to be Red Cross certified, and so they go through a class to ensure they're certified. Typically, we prefer our lifeguards to also be 16 years old and up, because ensuring that our younger youth are safe is an important expectation that we have them do. In addition to, we expect our lifeguards at Briarwood Swim Club to also be socially engaged. So when members are coming up, we want them to engage in conversation. We want them to get to know all of the kids in our neighborhood, get to know their names, and also be a mentor to some of those younger kids in our neighborhood. One of the things that, again, I think I spoke about this before, but Briarwood Swim Club is truly founded on civic engagement and being a part of a neighborhood. And so when we look at lifeguards, we keep in mind our younger patrons as they've grown up in our pool. And we reach out to them and encourage them to be, not only in swim lessons, but also a part of our swim team to prepare them to be lifeguards. Because by being a lifeguard at our pool, it gives us an opportunity to help foster job skills, and just how they engage with other adults or in a work environment. Right now, we are still hiring lifeguards, and so definitely, reach out to us on our website if you have an interest in lifeguarding, or if you even have a kid that's 16 and up that's interested in guarding as well.
And how does one become a member of the association?
Well, there are basically two options to become members at Briarwood Swim Club. One of the first is to become a stockhold member, and these are typically neighborhood residents or persons who own or maintain a residence in Briarwood, Birchwood, and Knollwood subdivisions. Last year, we had a total of 95 families that were considered stockhold members. And the dues are $250 for the entire season. And typically we like to have those dues by mid-May, but we can also set up installments for families that need to pay throughout the summer. Additionally, we also offer kind of a first-come, first-served basis associate memberships. And these are available to families and individuals that are residing outside of the neighborhood. Last year, we had over 34 families that joined our pool despite not living in the neighborhood. What we tend to find that draws people to Briarwood Swim Club is not only is our pool fenced in, our baby pool is also fenced in, but they enjoy, again, that neighborhood family type atmosphere. When you go to the pool, you're not only, keeping your kids busy, or in my mind, wearing them out, but you're also getting to know people in the neighborhood. You're making connections with other families. Your kiddos make new friendships over the summer. And you're also getting to know the different lifeguards. We don't expect parents to always accompany their kids, especially if they're older. If they're 12 and up, they can come to the pool on their own, because we do have that expectation that our lifeguard gets to know our kids. I know with my 4 kids, we live about a block and a half from the pool, and there's nothing better than, feeling comfortable with them walking to the pool and knowing that I can call there, knowing that the guards, have that awareness of them, know their names, and I have that comfort that they're safe. So basically, we do encourage not only people within our neighborhood to join, but also people outside of our neighborhood. One of the things that we're really proud about with Briarwood Swim Club is as I stated earlier, we're approaching our 50th year anniversary next year. And, I have to be honest and say that, for small neighborhood pools, the future sometimes seems bleak. We've had several pools in Topeka close, and so that's why we wanted to have an opportunity to talk about Briarwood Swim Club, because it's a priority to us. It's a priority not only to the kids in our neighborhood, but also the kids outside of our neighborhood. And so, if you're living in a neighborhood and have experienced your pool closing, please reach out to us. Again, we have associate member opportunities, and again, that's available to families and individuals residing outside of the neighborhood. We'd love to have you and get to know your kid.
So one more time, tell us how to get a hold of you guys.
The best way to get a hold of us is just to look at our website, which is www.bsctopeka.com. And just to remind everybody, we open on May 27th at 12 p.m., and our pool hours are every day from 12 to 8 p.m., and then on Saturday, we open early from 10 to 12 p.m. for Adult Swim, and then continue on till 8 o'clock. And then also on Sunday, we open early from 11 to 12 for Adult Swim, and then stay open till 8 o'clock.
Thank you so much for joining us. And after the break, we're going to be talking a little bit about Mother's Day. Be sure and check back here in just a few after a word from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us again. This is Carrie Brown, broker owner of Realty Executives Preferred Advisors, and you're listening to Real Estate 101. And today is Mother's Day, and we wanted to take some time and say thank you to our moms and how they made a difference to us. April Comstock, and she is here. She is our marketing director at Realty Executives. April, take it away.
Okay, well, I sat down last night and I was trying to think about what I wanted to say, and I just kept thinking about my mom when I was little. My parents were divorced, and so she was kind of like the neighborhood mom. And she would get home from work, she would change her clothes from her high heels to her tennis shoes. She was the mom that would throw a million wiffle balls to all the neighborhood kids. I think she taught every kid in our neighborhood how to ride our bikes. Like, even the neighbor kids, she just, that was her thing. So when I was thinking about, I really appreciated that, because she was such a good example to me as a mother. Like, she was so involved, and so dedicated. And so that's one of the things I was thinking of. And then I was trying to think about, as I grew up, what was something that's really meant a lot to me. And it gets me kind of emotional, but she always, like, everything our family's been through, throughout my life, like her main lesson that she's taught is that everything happens for a reason. And that out of everything bad, something good. So that's been a huge influence on kind of my outlook for life. So I wanted to make sure I said that because that's really helped shape who I am.
And she did a really good job because April's really awesome. And so again, I'm Carrie Brown, and my mom was super strict growing up. And I look back and I think, there's never a manual to be a mom. We're all flying by the seat of our pants most of the time, and most of the time we're severely lacking in sleep. So it's never easy being a mom, and, every mom is raised differently. Looking back, I always thought, man, she's so strict. I have the earliest curfew of all my friends. And, I think that because of that, it shaped who I am. Between her and my father, they raised me to be a very hard worker, and taught me right from wrong. I have a very, very clear sense of right and wrong and compassion for people. And I always want to help people. And I think it's because of how I was raised. Farmer's daughter, my mom worked from home. She actually was a beautician for years, which, by the way, taught me how to cut hair. So I can butcher my own, but I've been able to cut everybody else's for years now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, kind of scary. I just don't let me bleach her hair. I've been known to turn mine green before.
Oh, no.
But we were always in church every time the door opened. And she definitely, I was a twin, and my oldest brother is 4 years older than I am. So you can imagine how lacking in sleep she was. She put herself through college, became a teacher in my teenage years. One would think she would want to run for the hills after having twins and a 4-year-old, but she ran right towards small children and taught them for years, recently retired, and just turned us all into very well-equipped, smart, understanding, compassionate children. And I think by being that strong woman and really making sure that we knew right from wrong is what got us there. So love you, Mom. And with us right now is Tim Coling. Tim is a listing agent for our team. And take it away, Tim.
All right. Well, I have a lot of good memories about my mom, and she, of course, she's still with us, so she can be listening, so I got to watch what I say. But growing up, I was not the best child. I wasn't bad, but I was ornery.
Say it isn't so.
Yeah. And I remember her distinctly many times saying, I hope you have 10 kids just like you, so you know what it's like. I got, probably 1.5 that are like me, so my wife's paying dearly for it now. I was a lot of good memories of Mom. My dad was he's a retired railroader, so he would be gone for a couple days at a time, and she was the one that would have to make me get up and go down and take care of all the chores and the animals on our, if you want to call it a farm. We had 18 acres and some livestock, a little bit. So she was one making me get out of bed and always pushing me, and her famous line was, if you don't get this done, you'll have to deal with your dad when he gets home. And that usually got me up and going pretty quick. So I love you, Mom. I'll tell you when it's playing, or you can listen in, and you and Dad can laugh at me. But, it was a good time, and she was always there, and still is, still a constant worrier. We were talking earlier about the app that she downloads to track our track our airline when we fly. Her and my dad have never flown. So she usually has a text to my phone before I can turn it on after we've landed. It says, I see you're on the ground. How's everything? So, but there's nothing wrong with that. Makes you feel good. So happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Southwest Topeka has a good neighbor. State Farm agent Jim Garrison, now at 29th and Urish. If your current insurance situation has you going around in circles, get off the roundabout and stop in and meet Jim and his wonderfully efficient staff. Let Jim Garrison give you a quote and make the Garrison comparison. He's confident that with State Farm's competitive rates, the right coverage, and his unmatched service, you'll want to make him your new insurance agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Jim Garrison is there for you, northeast of the roundabout at 29th and Urish.
And now I'm with Melissa Cummings. Melissa is a buyer's agent for our team. And Melissa, what would you like to say to your mom?
Well, first of all, I want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day, but especially to my mom. I pretty much hit the lottery when it comes to my mom. She's always been and continues to be my biggest source of support. And over the years, she's taught me more about the important things in life than any other person ever could. 14 years ago, when I found out I was going to be a mom to a little girl, I think the reason I was so excited was because I couldn't wait to have the kind of relationship with her that I have with my mom, and it just made it so much more exciting. And I think one of the things that my mom has said to me over the years that really stuck with me when I told her I was pregnant was, she said, when you become a parent, you lose your right to ever be selfish again because your life becomes about your kids. And that's really just how my mom has always been. She's always made it about us kids, and that's why she's such a great mom. So, happy Mother's Day, Mom.
And now I'm with Carrie Phillips. Carrie is a buyer's agent for our team. Everybody loves Mama Cheryl, but take it away, Carrie. What would you like to say about your mom?
Well, I would definitely say that I have gotten the luckiest when it comes to moms. And I come from a long line of strong moms, and I think having that in my life is part of what makes me the mom I am today. Not saying that I'm awesome, but I think I got it covered. But I didn't get this way without Mama Cheryl. My mom has to be one of the best people I know, although she can be a little bit pushy at times. She definitely stands up for what she believes in and who she believes in, and she loves everyone around her fiercely and always wants to do what she can to help others out. And her selfless love of us kids and teaching us these lessons growing up has been one of the biggest blessings in my life. And there aren't too many people who meet her who don't just love the person that she is. So, Mom, thanks for getting it started, and I hope you have an awesome Mother's Day. I love you so much.
And now I'm with Meg Heston. Meg is a listing agent for our team. And Meg, what would you like to say to your mom?
Hi. I went ahead and wrote down what I wanted to say just so I could remember everything, but I will try and keep it as brief as possible. I have several reasons to be thankful on Mother's Day. Several influences in my life. And as we all know, we weren't given manuals at the hospital on the way out the door. You were just given your child and basically said, good luck, call us tomorrow. So I want to start with my own mom. I wanted to thank her. She wanted to be a mom her entire life. That was her goal when she grew up. And so she adopted my older brother and myself, trying to live out her dreams. And then they were able to have my younger brother biologically. And she, again, she did the best that she could. And she was a stay-at-home mom while my dad worked basically 24/7 just to provide for our family. And she did an amazing job. And out of that hard work and tireless effort, she was able to raise 3 amazing adult children, one being myself. And then the other one would be my mother-in-law. I am very blessed to have a mother-in-law that lives about 2 minutes away from my house and is able to watch my 2 daughters during the day when they're not in school. And I think I'm very lucky to have that as a blessing in my life. She is a great teacher to them, and she is able to help with doctor's appointments. And so I feel like we are very blessed to have my mother-in-law so involved. And so I just want to thank them and thank them for showing me how motherhood should really be. And I couldn't do it without them for sure. And love to both of them. And a happy Mother's Day.
Next up, we have Jenny Boljak, and Jenny is our transaction coordinator at Realty Executives. Jenny, what would you like to say to your mom?
A tribute to my mom, Martha Taylor, a woman who I admire and strive to be like each and every day, stronger than I could ever imagine, to be able to put up with me as a child, teenager, and now as a grown adult. She shows me still to this day what love is and how strong of a bond it is, that no matter how much of life's weights get put on it, that it cannot be broken. I love you, Mom. Always have and always will. Happy Mother's Day.
And now I have Scott Terry. Scott is a listing agent. And Scott, what would you like to say to the mothers in your life?
Good morning, everyone. I would like to wish all mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day, and especially the mothers in my life. My mom's been a great influence on me growing up, small town kid. That's where the work ethic comes from, and the probably not let things go quick enough, but you are what you reap, so that's what it is. So happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you. Michelle, you've been a great mom to the kids. Michelle, my wife. All right, stop. I got that all screwed up. And a happy Mother's Day to my lovely wife, Michelle. Don't know how I would have got this far without you, babe. So happy Mother's Day to you. And once again, I want to wish everyone out there, all you moms, enjoy the day. It's a great day. Hopefully you get to spend it with your loved ones. And here at Realty Executives, we hope to hear from everyone soon. Best wishes, everyone.
And now we have Wendy Wolf. Wendy is a buyer's agent for our team. And Wendy, what would you like to say to your mom?
I would like to say that I appreciate all the hard work that she did growing up. She was a single mom raising 2 kids, and she gave me the best work ethic that anyone could ever give somebody. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and I love her.
And now I have Stephanie Jones, and she's a buyer's agent for our team. And Stephanie, what would you like to say to your mom?
I'd like to tell my mom Happy Mother's Day and thank her for all of the hours that she spends being available to me, just listening and talking and just never giving up on me. So Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
And now I have Cody Bishop. Cody is actually my son. He's also our transaction coordinator. And Cody, what would you like to say about your mom?
I would have to say my mom is my rock. She helps point me in the right directions when I don't really know where to go. she's pretty much taught me what to do in our field, and hopefully one day I'll take her position. I just want to say I love my mom, and that is all I have to say.
And now I'm here with Cody Bishop. Cody is a transaction coordinator for our team, and just to go ahead and out him, I'm actually his mom, so he probably should watch what he says. No, I'm just kidding. Cody, what would you like to say about your mom?
My mom is pretty much my rock. She gives me advice on life, and she helps point me in the right direction when I need help. She also tries to keep me out of trouble as much as possible, and I love her.
Aww. And that's the end of our show today. I just want to say thank you to all the moms. Thanks for doing everything you do every day. I know sometimes it's really not easy, and you just got to love us anyway. Again, thanks, Mother, and thanks. Have a great Mother's Day. And thanks for listening to Real Estate 101.
Thank you for listening to Real Estate 101 with the Carrie Brown team from Realty Executives Preferred Advisors. Tune in again next Sunday at 11 o'clock for Real Estate 101.